RB Comics presents the first annual Top 10 Best The Stupid Review videos of 2015 to 2016. Starring Stupid Moose, Ralph Bear, Katie Lion, Mr. Han, and DeeDee Poodle.
Oh my god, I'm finally in the show! What do I win?
Well, first off, you should sit down, ma'am, and let him finish. Okay? Okay.
Guest starring The Burning Donut, Kitty Kiefer, Special Delivery Jones, Julio Martel, Bennett Meares, Dragon B0B5, Mike set, is Mike set, moving on, Brandon Tennell, Ironhead 78, Pixel 3000, Osiris Mofetta, Corey Lowe, Chad Wireman, and Michaela Groves.
And now, let's get on with the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the top 10 best videos of our review series of 2015 and 2016.
Why yes, let's review and recap of the year 2016.
Everyone died, Trump was elected, and we're all boned. The end, to be continued, and you won't live long enough to see the continuation of that mess.
Well, that's not a very positive review. There were a lot of good things that happened in 2016, like, the thing with the fish. You know, the one,
Are you done?
yeah.
Well, there are some good movies.
Well, we're not here to talk about those. Or need I remind everybody about Batman vs. Superman? Anyways, this top 10 video is voted by you, the fans, who all voted on your favorite reviews of ours. Every one of our videos except for Cheerin's Bell. Yeah, we kinda disowned that one.
And Jisuwa Watashiwa also doesn't count because this is more Kura shows than ours. Sorry for those who expected it to show up in a countdown.
And now, without further ado, let us begin.
Number 10, Comparative Review, Birds of a Feather versus Harley's Holiday. The review that features the second and so far last appearance of Shirofox.
She will probably be missed.
One of the funniest prologues out of the series, thanks to Raf Enshohma's live-action cameo.
Hi guys, how you doing? Bullets, my only weakness.
Oh my shit.
And the video that impressed the awesome Mr. Fusion.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only Raf Enshohma, or Enshohma. I am perhaps best known on this series, however, as the actor who portrayed Detective Dirty McCruption, the doomed Gotham police officer. The idea to do a live-action cameo as his character was mostly mine because I am something of a ham, and any opportunity I can flaunt such hammy acting I take. The character of Detective Dirty McCruption, of course, is a full-on spoof of the sort of corrupt police officers you constantly see in Batman-related fiction. Filming the sequence was relatively easy. There's a huge wall in my backyard, and my brother gave help with the camera work. The costuming was incredibly simple to put together. There is a deleted scene that wasn't used in the final review where I actually drank some red punch and used it as blood that I spat out. You can actually find that on my channel. It was not used in the final thing, so I kind of regret getting wet, but hey, it was worth it for a laugh.
This review is one of our more analytical heavy reviews where we maintain more focus on characters, plot, and execution of the story with some additional brilliance of comedy here or there. The review is an inspiration of the Nostalgia Critics Old vs. New series where we paired two films or episodes that have something in common and score points on the main categories until we resulted with a winner.
The biggest difference of this video compared to old versus new is instead of remakes of the same film, we just compared 2 episodes that have the same plot and score points on which episode pulled that plot better. Usually episodes from the same show or 2 totally different shows. Yeah, all these critical people always point out how some episodes of shows they know always compare a plot to another episode or show, but for some reason never do a comparison type video. For all we freaking know. And we thought it'd be a cool idea here.
While the review itself is really analytical, showcasing the sympathetic nature of the Penguin and Harley Quinn, the moral acts of the people around them, and how different these same plots turn out compared to the other. I guess the reason it's on number 10 is due to the dialing back of the comedy, which you will see in later videos on the list, which have more emphasis towards it.
Oh, and let's not forget the world's longest cold opening with the NES Batman game parody, which we could have cut down knowing the attention span of most YouTubers. They could just skip ahead? Yeah, well, some people are just too lazy for that, I tell you. Let's not forget that, unlike our other reviews, this one is about Batman the Animated Series, meaning talking about just Batman alone compared to our usual obscure cult classic films will result to not having the video be noticed unless done by word of mouth. That because everyone their Aunt Fanny did so many videos about Batman that in the search results would be like the million, jillion, billion person there, and nobody got time for that.
But overall, this is an underrated review of ours that you all should totally check out if you want to see something new and unique in the old versus new inspired formula.
That, and also if you're a Batman fan. Probably that. Number 9. The Tale of Dirty RENAMON. It's our first Machinima review! In the review where furries assume that RB hates RENAMON, or is a fan of Digimon. Oh, by the way, he neither hate or like RENAMON, and isn't interested in Digimon, so please stop!
This is the third and, so far, finale of the solo RB trilogy, where it's just me, Ralph Bear, taking over the show without Mr. Hand and Stupid Moose doing additional reviewing, only reducing their roles as one gag cameos. This is, in my opinion, the most comedic heavy and also the weakest in the trilogy.
Pretty much the bulk of the review is just talking about how ding-dong diddly brilliant Mr. Shits is at his craft, and the more entertaining and asinine history about his feud with RENAMON, and one selective fanboy who took this scenario way more embarrassingly serious than it already is. I do like how the entire history about this funny short really helps our fans to know what they're in for when the review finally comes in, making the behind the scenes more interesting than the short itself. It even inspired me to run my own RENAMON church. Come forth, my furry brothers and sisters! Can you praise your Lord and Savior, the Aphrodite, RENAMON? Come on! Praise the furry goddess! Ow! 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 Yes! Testify! Good times!
Overall, this recap review of Tale of Dirty RENAMON, which I constantly misspell twice for some fumbly reason, while to me is the weakest in terms of a straight review, but was mostly strengthened by his more impressive behind-the-scenes recap, in a double-edged sword kind of deal.
Number 8! Rob Zombie's The Haunted World of El Super Beasto.
Hey, is this the video where you set the apartment on fire? Do you know how much that cost to replace? Why, I oughta.
No.
Nothing but our guilty conscience. But DeeDee, it's not our fault. It's El Beasto's fault. Oh, jeez.
I wasn't really keen on the idea of doing this video review at first. I mean, I'm not a really big Rob Zombie fan. Usually, I think he takes a good idea and turns it into...
Tag in, help!
I'll tag in, you big baby. Like a fellow commenter of ours says, this review is only a big percent of the film's legit fun songs. The few percent consist of us riffing, and I think there's some analytical stuff somewheres, I guess. This is our second Halloween special after Meet the Feebles, which conveniently been suggested by good old Ironhead78 once again. But this time, it featured the guest starring role of Channel Awesome's own Brandon Tennell to join in on the madness.
I've been following Ralph Bear for years, so when I heard that he was taking commissions for movie reviews, I jumped on that. And of course, the first thing I knew would be perfect for him to review would be The Haunted World of El Super Bistro. You know, it's like, it's definitely one of Rob Zombie's better movies. And while many will argue that it's not of high quality, you can tell that Ralph Bear definitely put the effort into this, you know. And I mean, he even got Brendan to, come and guest host. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I mean, you gotta love how Katie goes from being gay due to a butt and then straight again due to a butt, questioning, who really is the villain. The nice little Ghostbuster reference by Mr. Han. I thought it was funny. It's definitely worth the $20. Yeah, I dare say that his work could even be on the same level as the Nostalgic Critic. Granted, not in terms of live action, but who cares about live action? Cartoons is where it's at, man. He's a funny guy. I mean, that he puts effort into it. He hires editors, voice actors, and he takes his time, to do it right. I love this review, and I can't wait to how the other reviews I commissioned for will do.
Overall, it was great due to the humor amongst the team, and Brandon managed to mesh our riffing style perfectly well together as if he was part of our series, and showcasing the editing talents of Chad Wireman and Pixel 3000 once again.
So Maurice actually chatted with me on Discord and talked about the new El Super Bisto review. After I saw the prologue, he went ahead and sent me a message to go ahead and also join on the team to help out with the other editor. We were planning it to release it by Halloween, and we started working on it. We managed to finish it by Halloween. It was cool. It kind of disappointed me that YouTube went ahead and made a copyright strike on it. I had a lot of fun both watching the movie and editing. The movie itself was really funny. I mean, I love adult types of movies. Like South Park, Family Guy, and stuff like that. So this actually was my kind of movie. When I went ahead and watched it, it was like, oh my god, I was laughing out loud at so many parts. This gave me some opportunities to, when editing some gags or something, go ahead and do my best again, like in the previous one. My favorite part of the review in the editing department was the cat fight part. While I was editing, I was listening to the voiceover of Maurice, doing the voice of Stupid Moose. Well, he repeated the lines, "Alright, cat fight," and there was this one outtake. I left that in because it was hilarious. Like, "Alright, pussy fight." It was really hilarious, and so I went ahead and left it in the thing. When they started catfighting the two women, I went ahead and outdid myself in that part.
It's alright to jerk off the cartoon.
I put the scene more blue, more enlightened, and all that stuff, and put the lyrics. It's like, oh my god, stuff in it. Ideas came out of nowhere. But yeah, that's that. That was my favorite part.
And now barely anyone gets a chance to see it on YouTube, but instead on vid.me. Thanks, YouTube!
Number 7, Boys Night Out.
We were kind of stunned at how popular this review has gotten as quickly as it did. Then again, the short was spread around YouTube like wildfire during the internet days of old, and not a whole lot of people reviewed it unless you count the blogs, so it makes sense to make a video review instead. And this is our stats of this team, prideful into reviewing the weird shit that no other reviewers dare to touch.
Maybe it was because the idea of a stepdad taking his kid to a strip club and all the WTF did I just watch was too much for those guys.
Maybe people just wanted to point and laugh at the 50s. I don't know why. The music was great, the fashion was great, the war was over.
And going and going and going.
I mean the big war.
I know what I said.
With the talented Bennett Meares of Team KP fame helming the direction and editing of the episode, he showcased a lot of great visuals of the club itself, the gags, and of course, another excellent balance of comedy and analytical.
And the bona fide proof that this short originally supposed to be in the Iron Giant, but can't because raisins.
Hey everybody, so I first got in contact with RB Comics in the summer of this past year. I got an email from him asking if I was interested in editing a review, and so I checked out his YouTube channel, and the first review I saw was the hentai review, and I raised an eyebrow. I was a little skeptical as to what he wanted me to get into. But spending more time getting into it, I realized that it looked fun. It looked like he cared about what he was doing. There were tons of jokes and gags and easy stuff, so I agreed to do it. And I had plenty of experience doing this before, and I'm willing to branch out. So he assigned me Boys Night Out. I watched the animation, I enjoyed it, and then I read the script, and oh my gosh, it was so long. I was not expecting like a 20-minute or whatever it was going to be, but I was determined. I had agreed to do it. We agreed on the deadline. I started out strong. He gave me the assets, and I got to work. And then summer ended, and I went to college. I got kidney stones, and then if you're familiar with the My Little Pony fandom, there was KP stuff I had to deal with because I'm on Team KP. And then family stuff and school stuff, and basically just life hit me, just obstacles. Maurice he was just so, kind and forgiving. He understood. I felt so bad for giving all these, excuses for not getting it done. I was assigned this in July, and I didn't finish until, November. But he was kind. He was almost too kind. It was fun. It really was fun. It was educational. I learned about the UP animation style, about, the animation industry, people like Teddy Newton, stuff like that. It was like doing homework, but more fun. And also more grueling, because it took 4 months. I was so tired, but I was determined to get it done. And, in fact, Maurice had filled in some of the stuff that I had forgotten. So about the actual review itself, more specifics. Most of the jokes, the visuals, were just me. Maurice had given me total creative freedom. He said, in the script he outlined he wanted some specific jokes, like the 2001: A Space Odyssey reference, or the Hugh Hefner joke, or just stuff like that, which is fine normally, except that many hours were spent me staring at my computer screen and banging my head on the desk. It wasn't a hard edit. It was just so long. But I was proud of myself. I was proud of the opening sequence and the end gag stripper Katie Line sequence. A little fun fact for you guys. The part where Katie Line is she's explaining the body types for UP animation. That sound effect is the Discord from My Little Pony teleporting sound effect. But the review itself, I enjoyed it. Maurice and Brea, they're understanding, they're fun to work with. They're definitely invested. Oh my gosh, they've done their research. And they just had that fire for making videos, that passion. And so that's kind of what kept me pushing on. I didn't want to just disappoint them, even though I felt like I kind of had. I was determined. I wanted to make a good product, and I wanted the viewers to enjoy it. Go ahead, click here and watch it. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Number 6, Ecchi hentai?
Wow, you guys really like reviews with extra boobies.
You guys are like dirty, dirty little puppies. For shame.
Gee, sorry, Poodle Mom. Ow! What was that for?
For being a schmendrick.
Children, focus! This review is all riff, little substance, and nothing else in between.
Just like Elvira's outfit. Heyo!
I was going to say hentai, but that works too.
I think the main reason people liked this review was that we didn't take it too seriously. I mean, how can you take dialogue like this with anything but a pound of salt?
Whoa, a real penis! This is the first time I've seen such a thing. Since this is something a girl should smell, is it? If a girl smells this, they should turn horny as a dog in heat.
Another reason was that Burning Donut was super fun and easy to work with, and contributed a lot to the script, even though he called me Lisa.
Basically, I felt it was freaking awesome. I mean, we pretty much got together and he's like, hey, you want to review a hentai with me? And I'm like, eh? And you would think that, like, two dudes and a girl all sitting together watching a fucking hentai would be a little on the awkward side. Just a little, but no, big. It was actually pretty cool. Like, we're sitting there, we're just watching we're watching this, like, incredibly not good hentai thing, and cracking jokes and making laughs, and it's all like, yeah. It wasn't even that hard. It was like really all I really did was like watch the hentai with him, and like, we're all, we had like the script out and stuff, and it's all like, hey, let's put this joke here, let's put this joke there. It was like amazingly easy. Pretty much all I had to do was like record my lines and get them to him, and it was like, and it came together in like this like amazing package that was like so well edited. It was just amazing. I thought it was fun. It was amazing. He's a remarkably easy to work with guy. Lisa Lyons, she's pretty cool to talk to, and we're all like, hey, let's watch a porno together. And for three people to be sitting watching a hentai and not have it be awkward is a pretty good facsimile of like how cool everybody is. You kind of had like the idea of how cool it would be when it all came together. You actually see it. You actually see it made to see the sheer amount of work that this guy put into into a review of a fucking hentai is just so impressive. And I had like so much fun, and it was great. I loved it. Yeah, it was ultimately good stuff. And if you've never seen his channel before, which would be pretty stupid considering the fact you're actually watching this video, check it out. Yeah.
Well, the point is that this is our chance to review hentai or any other pornographic material in a more, for the most part, open-minded and mature light.
That's debatable. Yeah, we can talk about why this couple works and why people are into this fetish in a more psychoanalyst kind of deal. But one thing led to a not too distant future, and we pretty much MST3K it. Oh, and if anyone goes into this hentai review and start cringing and comment on us giving you disclaimers, that's on you, dumbass, not me.
You know what you're in for.